Sam graduate certificate Dwarka.
Dr. Sam का ना Daddy Sam ना क्या?
Hello, good afternoon. We are Group D from the Algoma University program from Graduate Certificate HRM. My name is Harsimran Kaur.
My name is Manpreet Parmahar.
My name is Rahul Dhiman.
My name is Gurpreet Singh.
My name is Vijay Punia.
My name is Arshveer Singh.
Today we are in a company, Farm Boys. This is our company. So here we will take an interview of HR, Miss Tumera. She will answer our questions about the recruitment process. Okay, hello. Before starting the video, we will really thank you for giving us the opportunity to come in your company, Miss Tumera, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. So our first question is, could you give us an overview of your recruitment experience, please?
Like my personal or
Yeah.
like yeah, so I worked in like two companies before. So I did like recruitment mostly for retail. So where we would like hire like store employees and whatnot. And then I came here to Farm Boy. Again, also started out at retail, and then so I would help with recruitment of, again, like different department employees, do their orientation, and then now I'm here, so then I kind of support all of like the aspects of the recruitment process for the central operations, and then obviously with support of our recruitment team for like some of the managerial roles and whatnot, so yeah.
Okay. So our second one is, in the hiring process, how does your company guarantees each candidate have an equal opportunity?
Yeah, so we have a process that we kind of go through when hiring. So we always do a job posting, and then when that job posting is posted, we'll review the candidates based on their experience. We have a criteria for each position of expectations that are required. So we ensure that we select the most qualified candidate, essentially.
If any discrimination happen in your company, can you share any practices or step you will take to stop the discrimination and based on characteristics that Canadian human rights legislation project?
Yeah, so in the case that there is a discrimination with any recruitment or anything, there would be an investigation done. We would review what are the questions that the candidates were asked. Were all the most kind of like applicable or the most qualified candidates interviewed in the process and whatnot. So there will be an investigation done to kind of find out what had occurred in that recruitment process and whatnot.
What is the unique culture of your company and how do you maintain this culture?
Yeah, I think if you guys have ever been to like any of our stores or anything, you walk in and it's kind of like a market vibe, right? When you think of market, like usually I think of like family run like businesses and whatnot. So it's a very kind of like a family type of environment. When you go to like different stores, you'll kind of see the dynamics there. Even here, between different within employees and stuff, right? So we're kind of like a tight-knit family pretty much, so yeah.
It's a bilingual country. So do employees have access to language training programs to help them satisfy language proficiency requirements?
Like in terms of do we provide training?
Yeah, training for it's a bilingual country, so they know how to communicate with others. That's why
So we usually do state in our job postings that preference will be given to somebody who speaks both English and French. Usually in the GTA area, there's not a lot of French speakers and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's not a big major requirement. Ottawa potentially, if you're working in a service area, because we do have stores in Ottawa. There, I think it would be more of a requirement, but we don't really have anything that will, that's set in stone. But we do provide, training opportunities for employees in their home languages and whatnot. So we have Smart Recruiter, or not Smart Recruiters, but Start Fresh that we use for like training purposes. It's like an online training platform, and then employees, if they're more comfortable in their home language, we kind of like gather the data like to see what majority of the population in a certain area like might speak, and then we'll provide that language as opportunity for them to train.
And our next question is, which approach do you prefer in hiring process technology or face-to-face interviews? What is your approach to balance between the personal touch and the usage of technology, such as in the hiring process?
Yeah, personally for me, I prefer like a face-to-face, because when you see the person, you're able to kind of, gauge if they'll have an interest in the company, right? On paper, you can write, yes, I want to work for this company, so on and so forth. But when you meet them, like you actually get to see like that excitement, or like you get to understand if they're really truly excited about, the opportunity in working, at the company. So I definitely prefer like the more face to face. But the balance between the two is just I guess having that. The initial interaction is the technological interaction, right? So you apply online, and then your resume gets kind of screened by a recruiter or the hiring manager, whoever it is, and then if you get onto the next level, then it would be like a pre-screen kind of like phone call, right? So that would be the technology stuff, and then going forward, if you're successful in those kind of within that with those areas, then it goes to like a in-person interview and whatnot.
In what ways does the company track and report on the workforce diversity metrics in recruitment?
So when we we use Smart Recruiters as a system. So there, obviously they don't collect necessarily information about like people's age and whatnot. Like that's not something that we would ask. Like their like sex or race or all that stuff. Like that's not something that our recruitment portfolio necessarily collects. But once somebody is onboarded, obviously there's like certain questions that we ask. That would go through with our, kind of like the onboarding process pretty much. Yeah.
Does your company offer any program to help immigrants in Canada adjust to life in the workforce?
We do have an employee assistance program that, would essentially help deal with, any employee related kind of like concerns or anything. So they do have the tools, there, so we would encourage an employee to reach out to them and call them and have that as their kind of like support system there.
So how do you handle situations where you must hire a person for any position urgently? Can you share any experience in such a scenario in recruitment?
Yeah, so what we would do is we would follow the same process, like our recruitment process pretty much. We would put the job posting up, seek to any candidates that apply. If, for example, we have a job posting that we did like a couple months ago, we might relook into, for that same position, we might relook into those candidates, start reaching out to them and seeing if they're still interested in the opportunity, and then kind of start screening them if they are. And it would just be kind of like, a high priority job. So again, it would follow the entire same process, but just have more priority over other job postings, for example.
All right, thank you for your time.
If they refer somebody, they get like an incentive for it, and then we also do an internal like job posting. So if anybody's interested in any opportunities, for promotion and whatnot, they would be posted here. We usually update them like every week. So they get big bulks of it, then they cut it up, and then it gets packaged, and then it gets sent off to scan them. So and then it goes into the stores pretty much. Yeah. So this is the kitchen. This is the hot kitchen, so that we're the protein kitchen. So they do all of the like meats and whatnot in here. So this is just one aspect of it. And then there's also like we have a veg prep room. We have a packaging goods room. So where they like package all the stuff, labeling room. There are different prep rooms because the warehouse. Not much to it. The docks, and then all the food is stored over here on the side. It's by the department, so first, like we started off in the meat department, so the meat is on the further end, and then all the like produce and everything that's used for the kitchen is posted to this end. So yeah. Questions, comments, concerns? No?
I guess your shipping and receiving department is over.
Yeah, so like it kind of the way that it flows is that product comes in for production.
Yeah.
It goes into the department
It's like
and
a
then it
belt,
comes
it's
out.
like
Yeah,
a
so
belt,
it
yeah.
kind of like goes in like a loop pretty much. Yeah. So it goes in like a loop pretty much. Then it gets scanned and then it's back shipped to stores. We go back there and then we'll show you the victory as well. Yeah. This is their bakery. Smoke store. Yeah, so there they've got the ovens. They're prepping some bars right now, I think, and then the loaves. That's pretty much it. Over here. This is their packaging area. Pretty much they'll come here, different like products and stuff, so like nuts. Sometimes we'll do like different candies and stuff like that. Vegetables. They'll package.
It smells so good, I must say.
I know.
Thank you, Professor Sam, for giving us the opportunity.